Hi everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I have a little bit of a different background compared to all my previous videos. I had to move into my friend Nicole's apartment for 2 months while I figure some final stuff out before I move home to Malaysia in November. That's really exciting, and I'm gonna have a ton more other videos about it, products that will help me make the journey and move home and all that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, the rooftop is what I have of her apartment, and so forgive me if there are some unwanted noises and sounds like drilling and sirens and the lighting changes, because that's what you get when you try to film a video on a rooftop in the middle of the city of Boston. Today I have some new makeup products to put on my face to test out and see what I think about them. Some of these products are new on the market, which is super exciting, and some of these are just new to me. So let's get into the makeup. So I'm gonna start off my makeup with the Glossier Futuredew. This is still in the box because this arrived literally yesterday. This isn't super new. I think it's been out for maybe like 6 months to a year now, but I have been having my eye on it. I have a lot of these glossy, dewy base makeup products, so I didn't want to jump on it and just get another one, but because I'm moving home and Glossier is not available in Malaysia very easily, so I thought, let me get my hands on it before I move home. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty heavy. I like the packaging, and it's really pretty. Typical Glossier, really pretty packaging. I'm going to be mixing this with my trusty L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is one of my most favorite go-to foundations that I know will never fail me, so I'm going to test them out together to see what it feels like. So I'm just going to mix them at the back of my hand. I'm going to do a little pump of the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and I'm going to do a small pump. Let's do 2 pumps of the Glossier Futuredew. This is a very liquidy combination, so I want to try to get it on my face before it slips off my hand, and then going onto my face. And then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, which is my trusty favorite method to apply foundation ever. And just blend it all in. It's looking really nice so far. It's not too different from the L'Oreal foundation just by itself, but I think I can see a little bit of like a more reflective, glowy difference. It also seems to make my foundation look a little bit more light. It might just be in my head, but that's what it feels like. It just looks very fresh and dewy and reflective, and I'm really a big fan of that. I believe that the Futuredew, it's marketed maybe as a skincare product, I think, but the idea is that it's like a serum primer that makes your skin glowy and dewy, and people use it as a primer before foundation, but I've also seen some of my favorite YouTubers that mix it with their foundation for a more glowy, dewy effect. I'll probably try on some other day using it on its own underneath foundation and see how I like it, but I am very much in love with it so far. And it doesn't make my skin any more tacky or oily, which is nice. Okay, moving on, I have a concealer to show you. I have already tested this one out and I am pretty happy with it, but let's put it on and see how it melds with this foundation base combo. This is the KOSAS Revealer Concealer. I was in the market for a new concealer and I saw that it was under Clean Beauty. KOSAS is another brand that I can't get in Malaysia. The whole idea of it being a revealer concealer and not like a very high coverage cover-up concealer, I was really excited to see how it worked. I think this color is a little bit too dark for me. This is what happens when you buy products online and can't shade test. I didn't want to buy more than one color, so it is a little bit yellow on me, and the color that I'm using is 3.5. I think this is like a medium light warm golden something shade. That's what the Sephora website said, I believe. I've used this a couple times now, and I really do like the formula. It is very light and very, like, I don't feel it on my skin, which I really enjoy. And it also does a pretty good job of covering up. I have a ton of veins around like this area of my face that always peek through foundation, and so I'm really glad that it can cover up pretty smoothly. It does have a little bit of a finish, like I can sort of see the concealer on my skin, which is not my most favorite thing, but if I keep blending in for a really long time, eventually it gives my skin sort of quite an airbrushed finish. Sorry about the drilling. For underneath the eyes, it works pretty well, but I think it does crease a little bit because of how hydrating it is and how creamy it is. That's the thing I really like about it though. So the verdict is I really like it because it's really creamy and lightweight, but there is a risk of it creasing, especially under the under eyes if you don't set it, and it's not quite the right color for under eyes to brighten, at least the shade that I have. But it does do a pretty good job of concealing and is a pretty good match for the rest of my face. I'm gonna move on and do my brows really quick. This isn't a new product, so I'm just gonna skip through this. This is the NYX Microbrow Pencil. Okay, those are my brows done. I haven't been too inspired with brows recently too, so I've just been going back to the same old products that I kind of know. Next, we're gonna move on to eyes. I'm gonna prime my eyelids really quickly first with my Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion. And the eye products that I have here are two Colourpop palettes. I just got these. I think they're fairly new. The Miss Bliss is part of their pastel collection that they don't call the pastel collection because they have a separate pastel collection. But I have the blue and purple version of this too, and I really like it. I used it for my unicorny pastel glittery eye makeup look that is on Instagram if you want to check it out. I'm gonna pop it somewhere here for you to take a look at that. But this is what the shades look like. The other one is Baby Got Peach, which I think actually I kind of prefer over the Miss Bliss. They are in the same like vibe of like light pastel pink. Baby Got Peach is just a little bit more warm. The Miss Bliss one is really more in the pastel realm and also just more pinky. Oh, but before I forget, I almost forgot that the whole reason I was making this video is because of this really cool collaboration kit that came out between one of my favorite brands and one of my favorite beauty YouTubers. This came out over the weekend. I believe it was released like last Friday, and today is Tuesday. And I never do this where I immediately buy a product that comes out, but when I saw Allana's video, I just could not help myself. Every single product in there just looked so beautiful and creamy and up my street, and so I had to pick it up. This is the Nudestix X Allana Matinee to Soiree kit, and it comes with 7 different pieces, and I want to use a majority of them today. So it comes in this lovely little box with Allana's face on it. And then there's this beautiful makeup pouch, which is gold with black stars, and that's Allana's signature. I've been following Allana for at least 2 years now, and so it's really exciting to have my hands on one of her products. And then inside, there's this little card with a little message from Allana, which is really sweet. There are 2 cheek products. One of it is Nudies All Over Face Color, which is slightly different. I thought it would be the same as the Nudies Matte blush that I have, but this is the Nudies All Over Face Color in the nude, and a highlighter in Hey Honey. It's also all over face color. But so there's the 2 cheek products, and then there's this little tin. And inside, we have a little description of all the products and instructions on guidelines on how to use them. And then these are all the products inside them. It's so cool. There are 3 eye pencils in here. Gilt, which is a luminous eye color. Cocoa, which is like a dark brown matte eyeliner vibe. There's Terra, which is sort of a nude brown, light brown, all over shade. And then there are 2 lip products in there. One is Royal, which is an intense matte lip and cheek pencil actually. And then the other one, this is an exclusive to this kit. This is Allana's color that she created, which is Send Nudes, N-O-O-D-Z, which I would like to interpret as noodles. Please send noodles to me. And this is a gel color, and it's a lip and cheek balm. So I'm super excited to test these out. But anyways, let's get back to the makeup. My foot is falling asleep. Okay, little break. Okay, I'm back. So I know I wanted to use the Colourpop palettes on my eyes today, but I also really wanted to try out Terra from the Matinee to Soiree kit as an all-over base sort of color before I use the Colourpop shadows. And the tin also has a mirror. That's so exciting. So I'm just going to apply it all over my eyes. I have not used this kit at all. I was just trying to resist the urge to break it open and use them, but I wanted to save it for true first impressions in this video. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit and I'm gonna blend it out with my favorite blending brushes. It's actually a really thick and creamy formula, so I think I might have to go in with my fingers instead. Oh, and it dries down pretty quickly. That's really interesting. That's not what I expected at all. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. And it's a super creamy shade, but one thing that's really annoying is that my eyelids are so wrinkly. Like if you just took a macro snapshot of my eyelids and you made someone guess how old this person was, it would definitely be upwards of 70. So it's a really pretty like nude color on me. It doesn't really register as brown, it's more of a beigey color, but it's super creamy, but it does dry down really quickly, which is really interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but it does emphasize the creasy wrinkles in my eyes. So that's probably fine for me if it was an all over one color and I wasn't doing anything else. But I'm interested to see how other eyeshadows apply on top of it. Maybe why it's creasing so much too could have been the primer, the eyeshadow primer that I put on underneath. Okay, but I'm going to go into the Colourpop Baby Got Peach palette, and I'm gonna use this Darling color right here and just bring more color up and out. One big tip slash secret that I've quote unquote learned in doing my eye makeup over the years with monolids is that when you look straight, like a majority of your eyelid just is not visible. So you want to take color more up and out than you think you need to. That's a really pretty color. Oh, that's so nice. Those two go really well together, and they blend pretty well. What I'm gonna do is take this Okurr color from the same Baby Got Peach palette, and with a smaller dome brush, I'm gonna tap into that and apply it to sort of the outer corners. I'm just really winging it today. I did not have a plan with what I was gonna do with my eye makeup. I'm just seeing where these products lead me. That's a really pretty orange color. And it does smooth onto the Nudestix pencil pretty well. I think I want to take it out a little bit more in sort of a sharp wing, but kind of messy. Like, I'm really not trying too hard here. Cool, that looks kind of cool. And then I figured that I should use the other palette, the Miss Bliss one. Although it really just doesn't excite me as much. I think because of how pastel they are, they don't show up as intensely on me unless I use like a white eye base, which I don't have. But I'm gonna take this Vibrant Thing color, which is a light, like pale orangey shimmer color, on a small little brush, pencil brush, and put it on the inner corners. Ooh, that showed up pretty well. There's like a very sparse glitter running through it. It's not super chunky, it's very fine, but it shows up. And it has a little bit more of a pink characteristic to it rather than the rest of the colors that's on my eyes. I actually really like this look that I'm coming up with on the fly. Cool. And let's be a little bit bold. I'm just gonna try weird things here. Go into this Optimist color with the same little brush, and let's try and sort of draw a line. I don't know how well it's gonna show up, but I sort of want to intensify this pink that's going on. That's kind of cool. Just bring it up above where I put that Nudestix pencil. I don't know how clearly you can see that, but it's showing up in person. Yeah, that's the eyeshadow. Pretty happy with it, and I'm pretty happy with how the products work together. Lip balm break. My lips get so extremely chapped. I think I've mentioned this in every single video, but now that it's fall and it's getting a little bit more cold and dry, they're impossible. I'm gonna go into the Nudestix tin again. I'm gonna go in with this cocoa color and use it as sort of an eyeliner. Ooh, super creamy. I'm gonna want to smudge it out. I had to remember to work fast with it because of how quickly the Terra color dried on me earlier, but as long as you get into it immediately, it smokes out really well. I really like the effect. There's not many dark brown pencil eyeliners that work very well on me. They never are as creamy as this, which I really appreciate. And I actually really like that they do dry down, because otherwise your eyeliner would just smudge everywhere. It's still really workable, I'm glad. I think you just have to do one eye at a time. The wind's getting pretty strong. I don't want things to blow everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna grab that Luminous color from the Nudestix tin, and this one is called Gilt. I'm gonna add it to the bottom inner corner. Oh, I am so in love with all these eye pencils. They're just so creamy and easy to work with. And my favorite part about Nudestix products is that they're all pencils and creams, and so they're so convenient to bring traveling. You don't have to bring a ton of brushes. You can often blend them out with your fingers, and it's just so compact, and you don't worry about anything shattering, which is awesome. I'm gonna do my mascara really quickly and skip through that because it's nothing special. Okay, my mascara is done. My eyes are done. I'm super happy with the look. And so I'm gonna move on to cheeks. I have two options to go with here. For blush, I could use the Nudestix All Over Face color in the Nude, and I kind of really want to try it because I think it would go really well with this look. But I do also have a Rare Beauty blush, and I only bought one color of this because I wanted to use it for a shoot. Again, check it out on Instagram. I've used so much of the Nudestix, I really want to showcase this too. I think, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put both on. I'm gonna try to do a watercolor blush look with both the blushes, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, first I'm gonna go in with the Nudestix in the nude color. I'm gonna apply it straight to my face. It blends out so nicely with fingers. Oh my gosh, this is a lovely color. Usually when products say they're a nude color, no matter whether it's lipstick or blush or eyes, it never really is a nude for me. There's one Nudestix color that was just so pale and light on me, I look like a sick person, but this has a like very warm peachy color. And I do love that with this set, they chose to use a number of models with different skin tones to showcase that it was made with diverse skin tones in mind, that it supposedly works on all skin tones. I was a little bit skeptical when I saw that claim, but I mean, it works on me. That is a really pretty color, and I think it goes really well with the eye look that I have right now. But I'm gonna go in the Rare Beauty. This one is the Grateful color, which is the Dewy Red. I am interested in getting more of these. I have tried this out, but there's the Dewy range, and this one is part of the Dewy range, and there's also the Matte range, and there's a Terracotta in there that I really am interested in getting. My thoughts on Rare Beauty so far, I only have product, my thoughts. I did not intend to buy any of Rare Beauty. I just saw Selena Gomez was coming out with a new cosmetic brand, and I was skeptical because I'm like, oh, celebrities making makeup brands again, it's not gonna be good. But I saw so many people talk about them, Allana, Kathleen Light, Samantha Randolph, and the blush was like the top thing a number of them said that they liked, so I decided to go for it. And I tried this out before. It is so freaking pigmented. You really have to use the tiniest bit. I'm gonna dot it right here, but it does blend out really nicely. I've been using a beauty blender, I've been using my fingers, and they all work pretty well. The one annoying thing I have sort of discovered is that often red blushes don't really appear true red on my face. They like to come off as a little bit pink. I'm not sure why that is, but I think with this Nudies color underneath, it will warm it up, and so it will look more like a true red. So I'm applying just the tiniest little bit of it, and it's just so, it really works for this like watercolor vibe that I'm going for. And it blends in really well with the Nudestix one. I'm so glad I don't regret my decision of mixing the two blushes. But yeah, that's the finished blush effect. I'm gonna use the Nudestix Hey Honey color, and I'm just gonna swipe a little bit there, blend it out. It's not really appearing on my skin as too much of a highlighter because of, I think, the warmer shade that it is. I'm not super used to this kind of highlight color. I prefer like champagne, pearlescent kind of luminous shades that brighten up my face more. But this definitely, it would cater to more skin tones as a highlight, so I can respect that. I say I don't really see it showing up on camera. I think it is, which is pretty cool. It's really nice. It makes my skin look very golden and warm and summery, which is not what we have right now in Boston, but I'm going back to summer. My lips are incredibly dry again. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the RMS Buriti Bronzer. This isn't anything new for me, so we're just gonna skip through that. Okay, finally, to finish off the look, because my leg is falling asleep again, we're gonna do lips. I tried to do my best to do these lip products justice with first impressions, and I tried to prep my lips as much as possible. You would have seen, like in the footage, if I left it in, I reapplied lip balm like 3 times throughout the video, but my lips look like, oh my gosh, they're so dry. But we'll see what these lip products do on top of it. So back to the Nudestix Allana tin. There are 2 lip colors, the red one, which is the Soiree version, and then the Sun Nudes. I want to try them both. I'm really excited to see what they look like. So I'm gonna put on the red royal color first, and then I'm gonna take it off, and then I'm gonna put on the Sun Nudes, because I think it'll look better with this look. Oh wow, it's incredibly creamy. I don't want to do a full-on lip look, so I'm gonna sort of blend it out. It is so super creamy that it smudges easily on the edges, but it works so well with my dry patches. Like, you can still see them because there's no hiding them, but it did a really good job of smoothing over all those dry patches. And this is the same thing I've been saying over and over again about the Nudestix products, is that, oh, they're so creamy, but they are so creamy. It's beautiful. I am very impressed. Sorry for the lighting changes. The sun decided to come out. Say hello to Mr. Sun. I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna try out this Nudes one. Okay, so I've taken off that royal lip and I tried to convince as many dry patches to come off along with it. And now we're gonna try this Nudes color. Is this what I think it is? Is this a true Your Lips But Better? So here's what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see what the color actually looks like, but it is a very nice nude shade on me. The formula is very creamy and glossy. It doesn't look the most pristine on me right now, but I am not the best judge for lip product because I just have the world's driest lips, so you can't blame the lip product for it. But honestly, it's sitting pretty dang well, and the longer it sits, I think the more it's just like meshing in with my lips, and it just feels like a beautiful gloss. Even though my lips were so extremely dry, the like gel-ish formula of it, okay, bye sun, just smoothed over all my dry patches and lines in my lips. You know, when I started this video, I didn't expect to be as impressed as I was with all of these products, but a bunch of these that I've tried today, I think are gonna become some of my all-time favorites. And so this is the finished makeup look. Put the hair down. And this is what it looks like. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me on the roof. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty wild to be filming up here. I expect to do more videos up here before I leave to Malaysia, and then keep your eyes out for some quarantine videos, some hotel quarantine videos, and some travel essential stuff, because that's next up on my list for videos to film, and I'm really excited to see what I think, how traveling home to Malaysia is like. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me on the roof. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! It's very creamy, but then it's